Valid 00Z Sunday, May 17th, 2026. 00Z Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. Rounds of severe thunderstorms likely across much of the central/southern plains and Midwest over the next few days. Extreme fire weather concerns forecast across the southern high plains. On Sunday, heat spreads into the eastern U.S. as spring snows brew across the Northwest, Great Basin, and northern/central Rockies. An active weather pattern continues across the central U.S. this weekend into early next week as areas of low pressure develop along a slow-moving frontal boundary and eventually progress from the central plains to the Midwest. Through tonight, thunderstorms are expected to blossom near a stationary front spanning from the lower Great Lakes to the central plains, with the potential for several severe thunderstorms between northeast Colorado and Iowa/northern Missouri. Hazards with these strong storms will include the threat of large to very large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes. The Storm Prediction Center highlights greatest potential for severe thunderstorms tonight from northeast Colorado across northern Kansas and southern Nebraska, where an enhanced risk, level 3/5 of severe weather is in effect. Additionally, some clusters of thunderstorms could be slow-moving and contain intense rainfall rates as well, resulting in isolated to scattered instances of flash flooding. The greatest chances for impacts associated with flash flooding tonight is expected to be across northern Missouri, southern Iowa, and the bordering regions of far southeast Nebraska and far northeast Kansas. Residents are advised to have multiple ways of receiving warnings and remain weather aware. The severe weather threat continues on Sunday from much of the Great Plains into the upper Midwest as low pressure consolidates over the middle of the country and helps lift a warm front north into southern Minnesota and the lower Great Lakes. The Storm Prediction Center has issued an enhanced risk of severe weather extending from far northeast Colorado to far southwest Minnesota, including much of central and eastern Nebraska. Damaging winds, very large hail, strong tornadoes, and isolated flash flooding are possible as this system begins to slowly push eastward on Monday. The severe thunderstorm threat will persist and span from the southern plains to the Great Lakes. Expect widespread thunderstorm activity that could create the threat for flash flooding, particularly from the central plains to upper Midwest, as well as additional rounds of severe thunderstorms capable of all hazards from Oklahoma to Iowa. This weather pattern will also support dangerous fire weather across the southern Rockies and southern high plains as strong westerly downslope flow interacts with dry ground conditions and low relative humidity. Red flag warnings are currently in effect from Arizona to the Central Plains. The Storm Prediction Center has issued an extreme fire weather area across the southern high plains on Sunday between eastern New Mexico and far southwest Kansas, including much of the Texas Panhandle. Residents and visitors to this region are urged to avoid activities that promote open flames and sparks. Quite the contrast in temperatures are forecast to develop through early next week as cooler temperatures and even some mountain snowfall impacts the West and Rockies, while increasing heat builds across the central and eastern United States. For the West, well below average temperatures and potentially record cold for this time of year on Monday across Wyoming is forecast under a deep upper-level trough. This weather pattern allows for lowering snow levels and potentially heavy snow in the mountain ranges of western Montana, Wyoming, Colorado, and northern Utah. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings have been issued. On the opposite side of the spectrum, well above average temperatures when compared to mid-May, climatology are expected across a large portion of the central and eastern U.S. through Monday as highs soar into the 80s and 90s. Triple-digit high temperatures are also possible across parts of the plains, stretching from central Kansas to the Texas Panhandle.